Warm welcome to the highlights of day 5 of this first test, Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, from the Pallekele International Stadium. And the pitch at Pallekele, I can tell you that it is still looking very, very good indeed. Lots of runs scored on this, and well, it seemed to be going that way even on day 5. And the Sri Lankans enjoyed day 4 immensely. 322 unfinished for the 4th wicket, with Karunaratne on 234 and Dhananjay De Silva on 154. It was a bad day on day 4 for the Bangladesh bowlers. No wickets at all, with a wicket each for Tuskin and Mehdi and Taijul. And this is where the game is at the moment. Sri Lanka just 29 runs adrift of the Bangladesh score of 541 for 7. Sri Lanka 512 for 3. And right, it's time now to join the action. Let's go and join our first commentators, Shamim Chowdhury and Faviz Maharouf.
Last day of the first test match in this Walton Test Series, Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. Sri Lanka still trailing by 29 runs, but that's going to be eclipsed very, very quickly as a matter of how they approach this game. Whips it off down the leg side. Could have done maybe a little better than that, but that is the first ball of the day, so I'll give it to the batsman. He's got himself a run to start off proceedings today. Oh, almost chopped it on. That'll encourage the batsman. He's gone for rather fortunate 4 runs.
Edge, very fine. There's no chance that Miraz is going to stop that. A boundary to end the 152nd over. Sri Lanka 530 for 3.
Let's bowl him. At last, some success, and he's absolutely elated.
Chopping that back in. Trying to work that towards third man for a single. Inside edge. Saying that Taskin Ahmed. Yeah, thanking the all heaven. Well done, young man. Gone for 166 to 191. Magnificent by the young man.
A 345 runs partnership has been broken at last. Brings in Pathum Nissanka, right-handed batsman. Oh, that's just wide of the fielder. Has played very, very well-controlled shot. Waited on it and played it late and cut it to the boundary.
In the air and taken. The captain of Sri Lanka team, Karunaratne, selfless.
A real wholehearted effort by Tuskin. It's an old ball, getting that ball to bounce, and has bowled at good pace. And look at the reaction. He knows that he had to really toil hard, but then Dimuth Karunaratne out for 244 magnificent runs. Niroshan Dikwala is the new batsman. Now this is the ideal for Bangladesh from their point of view, because they got 2 new batsmen. Gone. Ebadat has got the wicket. Pathum Nissanka looking to run it down to third man. Fine tickle. And Bangladesh have got another one.
He walks back dejectedly after scoring 12. It's 553 for 6.
One into Hasaranga. Punch through extra cover on the up. Dikwala getting into the act. He gets a boundary.
It goes down the wicket. Catcher is the call. No one's going to catch that, but it's going to loop over the fielder and roll into the boundary. Nicely played. That's going to go and be a teaser. Ball's going to go through. Over animation. Oh, quick run taken. Chance of a run out, and he's gone. Oh, huge misunderstanding between the two, and a lot to celebrate about for the Bangladeshis.
Initially was gonna go at the bowler's end, but that would have meant aiming at one stump. Held his nerve, got the ball across to the keeper with both batsmen in the center. Nicely done. Nicely done. Just brought about a quick step from Mediasan Miraj. Dikwella goes before he could do Dikwella things for 31. 585 for 7.
Rangal Lakmal and his 65th match. Will know that they're going to go for the shots, and there's another one just wide of the fielder, but in the gap. Lovely placement, got himself 4 more run.
He's deposited it over the bowler's head, and the first 6 of the innings.
That's a swinger call. Oh, not a good throw by Taijul Islam from short third man. A better throw could have had Vanidhu Hasaranga in trouble. The good shot, picked up the gap.
Well, we're talking about runs after lunch. They've just got a wicket, the big wicket of Vanidhu Hasaranga. Just giving himself a bit of room, looking to work it away on the onside. Just an inside edge, possibly off the pad. Hasaranga obviously disappointed. He's got to go. Quick 43. It's 6:48 for 8. Vishwa Fernando has a best of 38. Is it lunch? I think the umpires have called it lunch, yes. So 6:49 for 8. Sri Lanka's session return has been 136 runs for 5 wickets in 30 overs and 1 ball. 108 runs ahead. 2 wickets standing. Lairu Kumar, one of them, as we told you, would not be batting. So 648 for 8. An excellent reply by Sri Lanka as they go into lunch. Karunaratne and Dhananjaya dismissed almost immediately after play resumed. But good batting by Dikwella, 31, and Hasaranga, 43, and Lakmal, 22, not out, and Vishwa didn't get off the mark. And in fact, Sri Lanka declared on 648 for 8 with Lairu Kumara unable to bat. Taskin Ahmed, 3 for 112, a very fine spell. Taijul had 2 wickets and a wicket each for Ibadat and Mehdi. So this is where the game is at the moment after Sri Lanka declared at lunch. Bangladesh are 107 runs adrift of the Sri Lankan first innings.
Saif Hassan is going to be one of the 2. Missed out in the first innings. Didn't bother the scorers, but this is his opportunity. And partnered in the middle by the veteran, Tamim Iqbal. Look at those numbers, a best of 206.
These Sri Lankan bowlers, they'll have their dander up. They'll be looking to bend their back. Suranga Lakmo.
Right on the money. Tuck around the corner. Bangladesh are often running in their second innings. Chase on here. Ball wins the race to the boundary. Down the wicket. He's made his intentions clear. Lovely shot for the maximum from the bat of Tamim Iqbal.
Brave hit. Took calculated risk. Shimmy down to the track. Stayed inside the line of that delivery to be able to free his arms. And for his effort, he gathered 6 runs.
Nice little adjustment using the depth of the crease.
And that's what you get for your bravery as a batsman. Use his feet, force the bowler to change his line and length. And he's munching. Just a push, 4 runs. 10 runs already in this over.
Oh, that's an appeal, and it's caught behind. Poking outside the line, not very convincing looking shot. And, well, he fails again.
Pushed at it. It was the line of this delivery which helped Suranga Lakmal to pick up that wicket. The movement wasn't huge enough to take the edge of the bat. And he is a relieved fast bowler, picking up a wicket with a new ball. Another failure for Saif Hassan, 21 for 1 Bangladesh.
Well, early loss of Saif Hassan once again brings in the centurion from the first innings, Najmul Hussain Shanto. Down the wicket he goes, gets a hold of it, it's flying, and it's out of here. Another enormous six from Tamim Iqbal.
He's not going to hang back. Although a deep, I should say long on was placed, and it didn't deter him to use his feet and once again hit the ball in the air and pick up his second six of the match. Got him. Suranga Lakmal rewarded for his perseverance around the off stump. Dismissed the hero of the first innings without allowing him to make any impression. Forced him to play the ball away from his body.
Yeah, it was too far away from the body to have any kind of control. Got the inside part of the bat and crashed into the stumps. Najmul Hussain Shanto goes without bothering the scorers. 27 for 2. Well, the captain comes in at a time of stress.
They're claiming a catch. They're excited. Let's see what happens. The umpires are going to look at it.
Copy that, Kumar.
Yes, it's given it out.
TV umpire to
No doubt
director.
after it was
We have a umpire referral for a bump ball. Yes, it's clear off the bat. Yes, I am satisfied. It hit on the ground and then boot, then to the catch. Yes, I am satisfied. Big screen. My decision is not out. I repeat, not out.
Nicely played. He's got the gap. Instinctive drive, instinctive player.
Beautiful, lovely copybook cover drive by Tamim Iqbal.
Oh, what a delightful shot that is. Short, swiveling around. Just dive, despairing dive. Once again, rather deceptive. You thought with that kind of a shot it was not going to reach the boundary, but it did. Nicely behind that one. Races away. Marvelous shot for Tamim Iqbal. And with that, he reaches his 50 in very, very quick time. Lucrative over 12 from it, 52 for 2.
Shot, beautiful shot on the up. Huge chase for Dasun Shanagh. He's not going to get there. That's another boundary for Tamim Iqbal.
You don't get away with short and wide deliveries when Tamim Iqbal is in this vein of form. Look at it. Just a little adjustment, but really a punch. Really didn't go through with his follow through. Not a back high lift and just the placement.
Down the wicket. Straight as a butt. That's a boundary for Tamim Iqbal.
Well, it doesn't matter from which side or which end he's bowling at. Tamim Iqbal is not going to allow Dhananjay De Silva to settle down. Again, a shimmy down the wicket. Balance, full swing of the bat. This time, just inside.
Shot again. Nicely punched. Nicely. A beautiful shot by Tamim.
Oh, what about that? Excellent. Just this time he anticipated that the ball might be tad shorter. What he did is wait for it. And another little punch. Has used his wrist so very efficiently. He waits on it and just whips it away to that vacant area for the boundary.
The most difficult strokes to a left-hander of our spinner.
Lovely. Long on in place. He goes inside out. That's his fourth six.
Offered full face of the bat, and this time around creating a bit of room for himself to stay inside the line of the delivery to be able to hit the ball over mid-off.
Nicely played. Played it late. So he can get it fine. He'll come back for a couple. Nominal Haq. At 100 for 2, it's tea here in Pallekele.
Yeah, Bangladesh played well. Sri Lankan bowlers, they had their dander up by picking up early wickets, 2 of them.
So 100 for 2, and that's all Bangladesh got, and cricket never resumed after tea. Well, it was a predictable end, but hastened by the fact that there was rain immediately after tea. So the Sri Lankan bowling 2 for 21 for Lakmal, and nothing else for the rest of the bowling, with Lairu Kumara injured with a hamstring. And Demut Karunaratne for his outstanding double 100, his best test score and first class score of 244, was adjudged the man of the match. And this is the match summary. Bangladesh made 541 for 7 as they won the toss and batted first. Sri Lanka replied with a very strong 648 for 8. And then when the rains came just after tea, Bangladesh was 100 for 2 with the first test being drawn. So those were the highlights of the first test match. Until we see you again, it is goodbye.